I'm Tracy Baxter with today's Record Newswatch. The cold weather this week has allowed ski areas in our region to make snow. Snowmaking machines will not need to be in operation tomorrow as the region braces for a major storm that could dump several inches of snow on the Catskills and Hudson Valley by late Saturday night. The snow expected to start tomorrow morning. Some of the higher elevations could see more than 6 inches of accumulation before the wintry weather system moves out. Now stay connected to Record Online for the very latest information on the snowstorm and its impact on our region. A lawsuit may soon be filed by developers of a controversial housing development and private school in Bloomingburg now that the village's planning board has shot down the proposed school. A decision that delighted project opponents who showed up in large numbers at last night's meeting. Following the vote, a partner with Shalom Lamb's development group said the planning board's action had opened the village up to a lawsuit. Residents have been speaking out against both the housing project currently under construction and the plans for an affiliated private school, with both being marketed to the Hasidic community. Middletown City Police are putting out the call to anyone who may have witnessed the stabbing incident last night on Gardner Avenue near the Middletown High School baseball field. Police say a person was stabbed at around 8:45 p.m. and was found by school staff. A second victim later turned up at Orange Regional Medical Center, where he had been taken by a private vehicle. Both stabbing victims suffered non-life-threatening injuries. Anyone with information about the incident is asked to call the City of Middletown Police Department. Their number is 845-343-3151. Reports can be made anonymously. The Battle of the Orange County Government Center is finally over, now that legislators have signed off on a $67 million renovation plan for the controversial Goshen building. Lawmakers voted 18-2 to approve a plan that tears down one section of the complex, guts and renovates the entire interior, and constructs 2 additions along with a new entrance and some parking lot improvements. The 2 dissenting votes came from legislators Matt Turnbull and Roseanne Sullivan, who wanted a vote on a $63 million alternative that would have left all 3 government center sections intact. County officials had struggled for the past 3 years to decide on a course of action after the government center was shut down following Hurricane Irene and Tropical Storm Lee. It's another step forward in the plan to convert the former Sophie Finn Elementary School in Kingston into a SUNY Ulster Extension Center. Ulster County Executive Michael Hine has announced that the project has won $439,000 in additional funding through the state's Green and Innovation Grant Program. Construction on the redesign of the school building is scheduled to begin early next year. Hine says the grant will enable the county to redevelop the Sophie Finn building and property as a regional model for green building techniques and will result in the reduction of stormwater runoff that's been a problem in that area. Students at Newburgh Free Academy were providing early Christmas presents today to people in need, medical need. A gym at the school was crammed with students who were there to donate blood. One of 4 blood drives held at the school each year through the New York Blood Center. These are drives run completely by students, and the planning begins at the start of the school year.
Semi-easy to set up. We've done it a couple of times before, and we always have a great turnout.
And we say to donate over and over again, so it's not like they've forgotten it before, and a lot of them are willing to do it. Some of them say they're afraid of needles but do it anyway, so it's pretty good.
It's a good Christmas present to give back to the community, because when you donate you save 3 lives, and it feels good to save someone's life.
The student co-captains were expecting to hit a donation total of 200 pints today. Blood Center officials say NFA is routinely the top school in the Hudson Valley region when it comes to blood drive turnouts. What do you get when you combine 150 hours of electronic programming and roughly 7,600 lights? You get what's become a holiday tradition in the village of Wurtsboro, the Dance of the Lights. This is the 7th year Michael Russa of Wurtsboro Electric has joined forces with Canaltown Emporium to put on Dance of the Lights, a sound and light show that attracts people from throughout the region. On Wednesday night, members of the staff family braved the cold to get a dose of Christmas spirit.
This is my first time watching these lights. I loved it. I loved it. They did a great job, really good job. My favorite part was watching my grandkids watch the lights. That was great. I like that.
Michael Russa does the synchronized programming by hand, and Canaltown co-owner Lyman Holmes says it's tough to keep track of it all.
Can't say I've ever counted every one, but there are thousands of lights part of the show. There's over a mile of extension cords to make it all run. And there's just a little computer up in our attic that does all the work. And then my brother and I do set up all the lights and so on, and I check every single bulb to make sure we don't have any blowouts.
The Dance of the Light show is about 10 minutes long and goes on each evening at 7 at Canaltown on Sullivan Street in Wurtsboro. It'll run until Christmas Eve. And could this be the year? Army cadets sure hope so. And they gathered last night at West Point for the traditional bonfire and send-off for their football team. It'll battle Navy Saturday afternoon in Philadelphia. Cadets lit a replica Navy ship on fire during the festivities as part of their run-up to the 114th edition of the Service Academy rivalry. And West Point officers were doing their part to get the team and the Corps of Cadets pumped up.
We're going to pound them again, and we're going to pound them again, and again, and again, and again, and again, in the fourth quarter, again.
Army badly needs a win. They've lost the last 11 games to the midshipmen. Look for complete coverage of the big game here at Record Online and in the Sunday edition of the Times-Herald Record. Watching the Army-Navy game from the comfort of your living room will be the perfect way to spend Saturday afternoon with a major winter storm on the way. The snow will start sometime during the morning hours tomorrow, and several inches of accumulation is expected before it ends late Saturday night. Temperatures will be in the middle 20s. A more calm weather day Sunday. Maybe a few lingering flurries in the morning, otherwise partly to mostly sunny and not quite as cold, with the highs around 35 degrees. Stay informed by starting your day with the Times-Herald Record, and keep clicking here at Record Online throughout the weekend for storm updates and breaking news. For Record Newswatch, I'm Tracy Baxter.